Hey contractors! These are 5 mistakes most contractors make. But most important, I'm gonna talk to you guys about how to avoid them. So please take some notes. You're not gonna regret it. I've been a contractor for 24 years now. I grew my construction business to over $10 million and grow other companies as well just by getting organized and avoiding these 5 mistakes that I'm gonna talk to you guys about. Also, now I'm helping other contractors grow their business by just teaching them what I learned. That's it. But it was not easy. I was stuck, and most of these mistakes I'm gonna talk to you guys about, I made them, and I was stuck for years. So let's jump into it. 5 mistakes to avoid. Okay, so the last one is the most important one. So wait for that one. Mistake number one is not charging enough. Listen to me. You need to charge what you're worth. I see this mistake all the time, and you're basically doing the estimate. You're putting the proposal together, and then you're like looking at the numbers, and you're like, oh my God, this seems like a lot. I don't want to get the project. I really want to get the project. And then you go back and you drop the price and you make an adjustments. Stop that nonsense. This is how you're gonna fix it. Okay? You're gonna figure out what is your cost. Like, what is your actual cost to be in business? How much does the material cost you? How much does the labor cost you? And how much do you have to mark up to cover your overhead? Then on top of that, you're gonna add your margin, your profit. It could be 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever the profit is. You need to know your numbers. And when you do an estimate, that's the price. The price is the price, okay? Another thing too to fix it is when you're selling your services, you wanna lead with value. You never wanna cut your prices. So what does that mean, lead with value? It means that you're basically negotiating with the clients, and if they say, well, the price is too expensive, you never drop the price. What you do instead is, okay, I understand that. I could go ahead and do this in addition, or I could go ahead and try to do this faster, or I could go ahead and lead with additional value, but never, never, never cut your price down. All right? That is mistake number one.
If you want the same exact systems we use today to qualify, present, and close $100,000 projects, text me the word sales to 786-949-3719, and I'll send over to you our sales closers blueprint for free. You're welcome.
Mistake number 2 is going to be poor communication. Poor communication. Write that down. You as the business owner, contractor, whether you're doing sales, whether you're doing project management, whether you're doing marketing, whatever you're doing in your company, you have to be a great communicator. This is what I want you guys to do to start fixing this. You need to start basically learning how to communicate clearly, learning how to slow down your words. Whether you watch YouTube videos like this on communication, you have to learn how to communicate clearly. And in addition to that, you're gonna have to basically set expectations from the beginning, okay? Communication is also about setting expectations. From day one, in our company, in our sales process, from day one, from the initial call, we get on the phone on a qualified phase, and we ask the client, hey, how are you? This is Carlos, this and this, blah, blah, blah. What are you trying to achieve, this and that. And then in the conversation from day one, we say, this is our sales process. This is what's going to happen next. And we get an agreement from them because we're setting the expectations on what the client could expect from us. Also, setting expectations is not just in sales, it could be in project management. So when a client signs the contract and they're ready to start working with us, we set the expectation on what's going to happen. This same expectations, communications applies with your clients, applies with your subcontractors, applies with your team members, with your employees. It doesn't matter. It applies with everybody because at the end of the day, your job as a contractor is get the job done, right? You gotta get the job done. And the only way you're gonna be able to get the job done is by having a team of people working with you, not against you. And that's the key for communication. Now, number 3, not playing by the rules. Listen, I'll tell you a story. When I was growing my company, and I was stuck. And I didn't have that much money to pay, because I get it, right? You're growing your company, you can't even afford certain things. You can't even afford like insurance or license or whatever. I made a mistake. Actually, I made a lot of mistakes. Like, we all have made mistakes. But one of the mistakes that I clearly remember is that in order to save money, I hired a structure guy that didn't have any workers' comp, didn't have any papers. And I was like, you know what? What's gonna happen? This and that. So I kind of like didn't play by the rules, because the rules are everybody that you hire, they need to have insurance, they need to have workers' comp, and so forth. They have to have all the papers. So I remember that day, the afternoon, I'm sitting at the office, I'm there working, and I get a call. Ring, ring, ring. And I go, hello. And it was workers' comp, the inspection. They had gone to my job site. They had basically pressed everybody's license, who are you there, who you work with. And then since I hired that subcontractor that was not insured, guess what happened? I got fined $10,000 because I hired this person because I wanted to save some money. So that cost me a lot more money. So not playing by the rules is simply do things right. Like, try not to cut corners. Because when you cut corners, it's not if, it's when it happens. When you get caught, it's going to cost you a lot more than if you would have done it right the first time. So this is so important, guys. Please, please, please don't cut corners. It's gonna cost you a lot more. Which leads me to number 4, bad financial management. This is another huge one that I see most of my contractors is struggling. They struggle with this. A lot of times I'm in the calls with my team, with my people that I coach, and then I ask them, how are you tracking your numbers? How much profit are you? Where did you make money? Where did you lose money? And they just don't know. Like, they don't know how to track your finances. They don't know how to track the numbers, which is so important. Like, knowing exactly in your business where you make money and where you lose money, it actually helps you make a lot of decisions. For instance, if you're providing different services, right? Let's assume I'm a general contractor, by the way, and I do project management. I do the whole project. But sometimes if I provide sign services or permit running services or certain things, sometimes we don't make money. We lose money. It's a headache. So then when I know my numbers, when I know that I can't make money in here, guess what? I don't offer those services anymore, because I don't have to offer every service. I just want to offer services that are easy for me to deliver, that I solve a problem for a client, and that I can make money. But if the service that I'm offering does not do those 3 things, I don't have to offer it. Remember, it's my business. I do what I feel that is right for my business growth. So knowing your numbers is so important. Another reason why it's important to know your numbers, is because if you have to hire somebody and you know how much money should be coming in the next 3 to 6 months, because you have all the projects lined up, you know how much money is going to come in each project, you could like do an educating decision on how much money is coming. So with that money that's coming in, you can start planning ahead, not planning behind. So knowing your numbers, it is crucial, my friends. It is crucial. Now let's get on to that last one, which is the most important one, for growth management. Now, what does that mean? This means stop saying yes to everybody. I repeat, write this down. Stop saying yes to everybody, to everything. When you are in desperate mode because you need another project, you need something to come out, you'll take any project. This is the biggest mistake that you could do to grow your business, thinking that you're gonna grow your business because you're gonna get another project. But in reality, if you go after the wrong project that you cannot service, that you cannot help, that are complicated to do, it's going to end up bad for you. And I know if you've been in business already, I know you know what I mean. You have a bad relationship with a person, you can't deliver what you promise, you say you want to do it, and you really want to do it, but you just can't deliver the service because you depend on somebody else. And then your reputation starts getting bad. Then you start conflict with a client. Then you send that client the invoice. Then they don't want to pay you. Then they give you a bad review. And then it just becomes a shit show. So stop saying yes to everything. Only take on the jobs that you could handle. Your growth doesn't have to be from 0 to 1,000,000. At least not if you want to build something solid. Let me explain to you what happened to one of our members. This guy, he had a construction company. He was doing $900,000 in 2023. In 2024 or 2025, he went to $6 million. He was excited. Oh my God, I hit $6 million. I'm so excited. This and that. Amazing, right? Wrong. He grew so fast that he didn't have the process and systems or the people to handle that $6 million growth. So guess what happened? He almost went out of business. He went almost bankrupt. He joined our community. We kind of helped him get out of stuff, but it took him a long time to get out of the hole because he grew too fast. So poor growth management simply means take on what you could take. There's 3 things in your business that you always wanna be doing, always, right? Write this down. Number 1, marketing. You always wanna be marketing. You always wanna be generating leads on automatic pilots. And if it's not automatically, you're not ready to go, okay? Number 2, sales. You always wanna be doing sales. As soon as the lead comes in, what happens next? What happens next with the lead? Do you call it? Do you go to the job site? Like, how is the sales process? And then number 3, your operations. When a client signs a contract, how does your operations work? What happens? Like, you need to have these 3 systems on autopilots. Your foundation has to be strong so that you can start your growth. Because if you start growing too fast without your growth management and having everything in place, your business will collapse. I promise you. Your reputation, it's gonna go in the hole. People are not gonna refer you any more business. People are not gonna wanna pay you. Your vendors that you had a relationship, they don't wanna work for you anymore because you can't pay them. And it just becomes chaotic. You can't sleep at night. Like, you're living in a nightmare. You created a business, not a job for yourself, right? So this is so important, the poor growth management, guys. Please, 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 make sure that you're focusing. Don't follow the shiny objects. I tell my people, forget about the shiny objects. Stick to your lane, stick to your niche, stick to what you're good at. And once you have created the marketing, the sales, and the operations, and you have a team that you trust, that they're trained, then you want to expand and you want to grow. Then you want to take it to the next level, right? So I actually want to show you guys, if you have a few more minutes, I want to show you guys a 10 million developer growth map that I have here. I'm gonna change some screens, but I wanna get to it, but this is very important. Oh, this is a pro tip, by the way, and I'm gonna show you the thing after. Okay, so pro tip. If you want to grow without burning out, track your numbers like your life depends on it. Accurate book tells you where the money is coming from, where it's leaking, and how to fix it. Guessing will put you out of business faster than any bad client. That is your bonus tip. But in addition to this, I'm gonna show you something really quick. All right, that $10 million roadmap. Okay, so we created this roadmap for people like you to help you get through the whole process, right? So a lot of people start in stage 1, then they go to stage 2, then they go to stage 3, 4 as a CEO, and then they continue building. If you look at this roadmap, you're gonna identify yourself somewhere, okay? So I'm dealing with people that they have $3 million businesses and they're still in stage 2 because they're skipping stuff in stage 1. Now, if you want to learn more about this roadmap and how we could help you, we have another video, the $10 million roadmap, that I kind of go more into detail. So free, it's on YouTube, just look in the information. And by the way, if this information was valuable, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you the next one. Can't stop, won't stop. Let's go.